Hello, salam alaikum. Welcome to my channel. So today we're making stew. This is a stew I make when I'm in a hurry. You know, there are different ways we make stew. There are those stew you make when you're in a hurry. There are those stew you make when you're really hungry, and then there are the ones you make when you're comfortable. Like you fry the sauce, you fry the pepper, you fry everything. You know, and it's called fried stew. So I'm not making fried stew today. I'm making just stew. You know, I just want to show you guys how I make my stew when I'm like in a hurry or when I'm like really hungry and I don't have time for all those, in Hausa we call them koskorima. So yeah, okay, you guys will have to excuse the background noise because there's a construction going on downstairs. There's a lot of things happening. So yeah, I think at interval we're gonna have some disturbance, but please pardon me. Now let's look at the ingredients that we're going to use for the soup. We have our chicken. We're using chicken parts today because, like I said, it's sharp soup. So we're using chicken thighs and drumsticks for the soup. We also have our grounded pepper and tomatoes. We also have tomato paste to tone down the pepper, and we have you know, our seasonings, oil. You know, these are basic ingredients to make a soup. Of course, grated ginger to give it taste, and then onions. These are my go-to ingredient when it comes to making soup. Now I'm using tomato paste again because I'm living with people that have ulcer. So you don't want a case of, you know, you're the reason why someone's ulcer gets aggravated. Now first off, when you're dealing with chicken, you have to, you know, cut them into your desired, you know, shape, and you wash them. Of course, make sure you wash them thoroughly, because if you don't, that whole chicken, you know, scent or the smell would stick to it, and a lot of people don't like eating it like that. I personally don't like. So you have to make sure you wash it thoroughly. When you do that, you get it in the pot and then you season it. Boiling, let's talk about your favorite meal. What is your favorite meal? Like, what is that one meal you know you cannot do without? Like, you have to eat it in a week. You can't go without eating it. I'll go first. Mine is actually egusi soup and fufu. A lot of people ask me like, what? You know, but honestly, since I tasted egusi and fufu, it's been something that I cannot take off my mind. That's one thing that I believe I can be poisoned with, because even if you are fighting and you're offering me egusi and fufu, I will take. Yeah. So anyway, let's go check on our chicken before it gets burned. Chicken is actually, you know, cooked, because it's agric chicken. We're not using local chicken, we're using agric chicken. It's not supposed to stay long on the fire. If not, it starts to break. Now let's take it off and put our oil so that it gets hot for us to fry the chicken. Now while we're waiting for the oil to get hot, actually we do something else. Let's go mix our tomato paste. Now here, as you can see, I'm using the chicken stock to actually mix my tomato paste. Now why am I doing this? I'm doing this because it saves me adding more spices to the soup, right? That way, even if I'm going to add, I wouldn't add nothing more than, you know, just a pinch here and there, and that's it. So yeah. keep that aside and turn to our oil while we fry the chicken. So yeah, we're frying the chicken now. We're going to make it, until it's golden on both sides and too crispy. We don't want it to be too dry. We don't want it to, not be fried. So we're going to balance it, like find a balance for it. But you can fry it however it is that you want yours. There's some people that want it extra crispy, But I feel like if it's mild, like if the frying is a bit mild, it helps the chicken, especially the bone part, absorb the soup more. So yeah. Okay, now we'll check off on the chicken, and I think it is done by now. We can take it off, and then we'll put our tomato in the pot and let it boil for a while. So now we're getting the pot. That's the same pot we use in boiling the chicken. We're going to use it to actually boil the pepper and actually make the soup. Like I said, this is an emergency soup, so you don't need anything too big or anything too, boom. So let's do this. So now let's check on our pepper and see if it has absorbed, the tomato water, because many times when you're cooking stew, especially, the problem you face is always the water from the tomatoes. If they're too much and then you add more while blending it, it becomes a problem for you, and you have to let it stay extra on the fire. Actually reaching where I can add my tomato paste. So I'm going to add my tomato paste into it right now, and I'll let it boil a bit also, so that it will be uniform all through. I want it to boil together with the tomato paste. As you can see, it's actually starting to thicken. So yeah, we're going to cover the pot and let it boil for a little while before we now add some of our ingredients. Okay, now I think it's time for us to add our ingredients. To add the chicken. I'm super excited because we're halfway through the cooking process. So yeah, let's add up the chicken and see what happens next. Now I'm saving the onions for last because it gives it a different taste. If you've never tried this, try it. Even if you want to use your onions to fry, the pepper or the oil, just put a little and save the rest for last. It's a secret recipe I'm giving you. It will change your life. Okay, so try it. Anyway, let's go do this. Put our onion in, which is the last ingredient we have left on the table. So we're halfway through this. So let's go add the onion and see how the soup is looking, because I am like, the whole kitchen is, the aroma is all over the place. So let's go see how the kitchen is looking. Let's go see how the chicken is looking and add our onions. Alrighty, now that is done, I want you guys to take a final look at the soup before I bring it down. Like I said earlier when I started this video, I've already boiled my rice. I didn't think it was necessary to show you how to boil rice, but if you think it is, please leave a comment and I will show you how to do it. But I've already boiled my rice. Now I want you guys to come dine with me if you can. Okay, this is looking amazing, and let's go see. something new. Anyway, guys, thank you for sticking around with me and watching me cook. Right now, I'm going to go eat my food. I don't like it when it's cold, so I'm going to go eat it. And please, if you try any of my recipes, you can leave a comment and I'll appreciate it. If you enjoy it, let me know. If you think it's difficult, also, let me know. If you think I'm not doing it right, let me know, alright? Until I come your way again, do not forget to like, subscribe, and share. Adios. Bye.